Hey everybody, I'm Tony.
I'm Hilissy.
And we are Tony Travels. Thanks for coming back and watching another episode of 15 Days Till Sunshine. We are on day 6 of our videos, which means that we've got 10 days left until we leave to head on our 8-day cruise on the Carnival Sunshine.
Can't wait.
On today's video, we're going to be talking all about tipping. So one of the big topics right now around tipping is whether or not to prepay your gratuities, prepay all your tips before you ever go on the cruise, or to let it just go on your bill, on your final bill, and charge you that last day. Or what some people do is go to guest services on that last day when their bill is generated, remove the tips, and they supposedly just tip the people that they feel are deserving as they go, which is understandable as long as that's getting done.
Right.
Because these people, they don't work for a lot of money, and a lot of their salary comes from the gratuities. We personally choose to go ahead and just pay them up front and just be done with it.
And if we want to, we'll tip along the way.
Right. We do carry cash with us, and if somebody gives us over and above exceptional service, one of those people is definitely our room steward, because they normally seem to be pretty attentive. We haven't had a bad one yet. And you know, if you throw them a little cash at the beginning, I don't believe that you get any better service. It really just kind of is a mental thing with me. If you throw them a little cash at the beginning of the cruise on that first day or so, they kind of, you know, get to know you. You say, hey, you know, can you give me a bucket of ice in the room or something like that? You know, kind of get to know them, kind of set the bar of, hey, look, you take care of me, I'll take care of you, which, you know, does that really give you any better service?
It gets you ice?
Probably not, but hey, they know you want ice, and they know, hey, you're going to be appreciative and throw some cash. So anyways, we do that with some people. We have given a little extra tip to our wait staff before, just because, you know, we feel like they did a great job entertaining us, but that's not a given. So we do carry some extra cash just for that. Wherever we see that we're getting some extra service, we'll throw them a little extra, but overall we prepay the gratuities. But that's the thing, you know, it's another one of those things where it's just your personal preference of how you want to do it. Who are some other people that you should be prepared to tip? Have some cash with you.
Well, from the get-go, the person that loads your luggage onto the ship.
The porters?
The porters. Whenever you get to the terminal and you give them their luggage, like, they will kind of hesitate, like they're expecting a tip, and I mean, they are taking care of your bags, so that's kind of a mental game where it's like, you know, you're taking it from my car and putting it in that basket right there, but you also have control of my stuff, so yeah, give them a few bucks, have some, you know, say $5, you know, some people say $5 a bag, you know, but just whatever you feel comfortable with. Just be prepared when you get out of the taxi, or when you park and you're walking towards the terminal. Be prepared to be addressed by a porter. Hey, can I handle your luggage for you? You know, have it delivered to your room. You know, they're there. They're making their money off of tips. So be prepared to have something ready for them if you feel comfortable. Who else? Tour guides. That's a really important one. Every excursion we've gone on through the cruise line that has a tour guide, they always have a tip jar, and they, you know, I mean, they deserve it. I mean, we have had really good tour guides.
We have.
Yeah, at the Cayman Islands, we had the same tour guide twice, 2 years in a row.
Right.
His name's Dayton.
Yep.
And the second time was just as much fun. So, you know, be prepared to bring cash with you on excursions, you know, for that purpose. Because, I mean, I don't know how much they make, but they do a good job, and they devote their entire day to making you have a good day. So
that's right.
You know.
Yeah. So, you know, your tour guides, definitely be prepared to take care of them.
And, you know, tips don't have to be monetary either. You can write a good review. You know, there's a lot of...
Yeah, if you don't have any cash.
Yeah, just go on and write them a really good review. Give them a recommendation. You know, that brings in more business for them. So it's not a direct tip, but, you know, it still helps.
One other one that I can think of is whether it's going to the port, from the airport or from a hotel, or maybe from the port back to a hotel or airport, or if you get off in a port and you take a local taxi, whether it's Uber or taxi or anything like that, I always like to be prepared to tip those guys, especially the Uber drivers. I know they only get a portion of the fare, and like last time when we went from Miami, our Ubers from the airport to the port, which is a good little ways. It's like a 25-30 minute ride, and it was like $15. So, if he's getting, a portion of that, if he's getting half of it, he's getting $7. If he gets 2 rides an hour, I mean, plus he's got to pay his gas out of his pocket. I feel like it's just right to give him a little tip if they're taking care of you. They, the car ride, if it's a nice ride, they don't run you off the road or you don't feel creeped out. So be prepared to give a little bit extra to those guys. And then, like a lot of times, the taxi drivers, that's not their car. They're just getting a little bit off the side of whatever the fare is. So those are somebody else I can think of. Any other things you can think right off the bat?
So the people that walk around and ask if you want drinks, the servers, I would recommend tipping them as well. And I mean, they're probably more prone to come back to you quicker.
Oh yeah, I have noticed that, especially like in the comedy club. If somebody, when we had our drink package, even gratuities are included on the drink package, but if they come, they got the 18% tacked on already. But if you give them another buck or two, somehow they just find you a lot more.
And they remember your drinks, which is nice.
Right.
They can be across the room and be like, you want another?
So that could be beneficial to you as well as them to take care of those people. So just kind of think about it. I think my biggest tip would just be have some small bills. We just take a little bit of money and just split it up into small bills, some 5s and a lot of 1s. And we just have that to just, because you're on vacation, you're not going to miss that few dollars. You're going to spend it on something else. If you don't, why not, help somebody out that's out here trying to provide for their families and, away from their families for months and months at a time.
Yeah. We actually talked to one of the bartenders at the Blue Iguana. We were docked.
That was when we were in Curacao, I believe.
And we hadn't gotten off the ship yet, and we were eating lunch. And we just started talking to him, and it turns out he'd been on, it was like his second contract or something in a row. Yeah. Yeah, and he sends all of his money back home for his kids and his wife, and he hasn't seen them in months. So,
I mean, but it's all for his family.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people like that this is their way to take care of the family. So, that's another one of those things. Just, however you feel about it. If you feel like you get good service, just take care of them. That's the way you can take care of them. Some people say to bring gifts, but really, if you're bringing a bunch of trinkets and stuff like that, they live in little small cabins. They don't really have a lot of place to store that stuff.
Maybe a gift card, but then they can't even really use it.
I mean, if they don't have that place back home, they may be able to never use it.
Well, it's not like Amazon.
So cash, they definitely can use cash. So that's a given. So just think about it. That's some of our opinions, our little tips for tipping.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys watching the video. If you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Leave us some comments. Who do you tip that we didn't talk about? How do you feel about tipping? We'd like to have a little conversation about that. And also, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing to our channel and keep updated with us and our vlogs. And we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.